Okay, you guys, this is a live trade that we are in that I sent out to my Telegram group. And you can see the price action has been respecting the channel. And so this is a very simple trade. This is one position on in Q. Then I have the micros, minis rather, and I'm up 200 on that one so far. Target is to go right here to the midsection of the channel that I drew up. Um, and at NQ right here, I'm up 510 on that one. So between the two, I'm up 700. If this thing pops up to here, then this will be another prop firm account challenge that I passed. This is I think this one is 150K. The target is to make 3,000 on this one. 3,000 is the target to pass. Then after that, I have to do it again to be able to create the buffer. And for those who want to know, this is an Apex account. So a lot of times what happens is when you actually pass a challenge, then before you can do withdrawals, they want you to have a buffer, which is basically whatever your balance was to pass the challenge, then you do it again, and then anything above that you can keep. So, I know it's a little process and some people don't like it. So if you don't, then I suggest go to with TradeAvate or somebody where you can deposit your own money and you don't have any of these rules. But you got to remember, if you're going to be trading with other people's money, it comes with rules sometimes. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see. Again, this is a very, very, very simple trade right here. Just trading the channels. The reason why I made it smaller so you guys can see the simple channels. Also, what are these white lines? These white lines are my day breakers. I call them day breakers. It separates the day so I can kind of see, okay, what happened from day to day. So this is the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and now this is the 19th or 20th or whatever. I got the date. This is the new day. So this is the 20th. 19th. Oh, I forgot weekends. Okay, so it didn't include the weekends, but y'all get the point. So by me being able to see exactly what was going on, I can draw my channels and connect the dots and see what's popping off. And I didn't draw these all the way, which I didn't really care. I'm going to connect it right there and make this longer if I wanted to. But just connecting dots. Also, remember for newbies, you don't have to have your trend lines perfect. Okay, you do not have to have perfect trend lines. It's just a guidepost. So one of the things that I did when I was trying to figure out how to draw trend lines before I automated the system, I had paid a guy who was an expert in trend lines, and I paid him over $500 to learn how to draw trend lines, and he taught me how to do outer trend lines and inner trend lines. So this will be an outer trend line, and then you can do on the inside some inner trend lines to see like a trend line break from here to here, and so you see that right there. That's a trend line. So when price is action and it breaks, then you can sell. See right there, that's a trend line break. Here's another inner trend line break right here. You can do something like that. So twice you can see, okay, when price action came through, right here, boom, 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 boom. Once this candle broke, then you sell and you can get in. So those are inner trend lines. So you can do all that if you want to be a super, super, super duper scalper. But if you just want to be a day trader and you just want to set a position, then the outer trend lines would be perfect. So for an example, if you want to be a seller right here, you could have got in right off the bounce of this trend line here, and it sold off, and you could have, mopped up your money and got out. It did retrace, but then it began to meander down. So with prop firms, they only want you to hold the trade for, close your trades at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you would have gotten in here and been out already anyway. Then price action, when it climbed back up, you could have rolled it back up to the channel and then sold it again. So either way it goes, this is just showing you guys some simple trades so that you get an understanding, okay, what kind of trades does Uncle P send out to the group? Now, in all transparency, for the last couple of days, the market has been very, very terrible because we had the 3-day weekend. And guys, let me share this with you before you go. Be careful when you're trading because right now there's so much global tension happening. Your president wants to take over Greenland, which to me, and I'm not into politics, so don't blow me up. You may know more than I do. But the truth of the matter is, what keep bothering me is, okay, we're going to, try to hold off China from invading Taiwan. right, from taking over Taiwan. And then we're in the process of trying to take over, trying to navigate Israel and Palestine from taking over each other's land. Then you got Russia trying to take over Ukraine, and we're trying to intervene to stop all that, right? Okay. But what doesn't make sense to me, if we're doing all that to prevent them from doing what they're doing, then, ladies and gentlemen, what makes us any different if we're trying to take over somebody else's land at the same time? So we're touting the support. And by the way, I'm talking. Please watch this number. You can see it for yourself that this is a live trade. So as I'm talking, you can see the trade is actually running, okay, on this account. But what doesn't make sense to me is, hey, how is it that we're trying to prevent others from taking people's land while we're trying to take other people's land at the same time? So tomorrow, the president is going to be speaking. I'm keeping an eye on the numbers. So I'm talking to you, but I'm keeping an eye on these numbers so you can see it. Here's my small one, 252. So if you have a small account, you want to use MNQ. It's pretty much the same thing. This is the big boy version of it where you make the big money. But if you have a small account and don't want to blow it, then this is the smaller version. Also, by the way, you can see exactly where I put my stop loss because this is the boundary. So this is where I put my stop loss below here. So in case price action chooses to retrace, and now I'm up 700 on that account. You can see it right there. So on there, you can see exactly where I put my stop loss. I put it right below that boundary. So, and I can move this way and pull it this way so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. And maybe that'll help you guys see it. Okay, so that was the zone. Price action came in and tapped into it really nicely, shot up, retraced, came back, gave us a W pattern. For those who learned the market maker's method, you can see the W pattern right here. And W patterns typically means double bottom. Now, if we go out to a higher time frame, instead of you seeing one pullback and then this double bottom, you'll see a bigger, gigantic double bottom period. So if I go to the 1 hour time frame, bing, bing, you can see it very clearly, double bottom right there. And so therefore, if I'm already up $600 and something and price action is only one candle in the daily, in the 1 hour, can you imagine how much it's going to be? So again, hitting the 3K and passing in one single day should not be hard if price action actually shoots up to here. And I'm going to pull this down just a little because I see right there, I'm looking at targeting these candles right here. Let me make it bigger for the camera. And you can see this high, this high, this high. So, anywhere up here. So like I said, I'm already doing well on this particular trade. So if this one candle can do that much good for me, bouncing off of the channel, then lo and behold, if it comes all the way up and touch, I'll pass this challenge in a day. All right. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to, by the way, for those who want to learn how to put up your day separators on TradingView, right click, go to settings. And then right here under events, you want to go to session breaks. And so you can take it off if you want it to be clean. So for an example, if you don't want it on there at all and you just want clean lines, you can do that. But for me to be able to track, okay, what happened throughout each one of these individual days, so I can really kind of see the gist of what's popping off, sometimes that's what I'll do is I'll add them in by right clicking, settings, click on the session. And there you go. And again, you can change the color to whatever you like. There you go. And you can also change the design, the thickness. And if you want to dot it, one solid line, or checkerboard. If you want it extra thick, you can do that as well. So you got many choices, but it does help to just know what's going on in the market. So to kind of give you a day-to-day guidepost, okay, here's what happened on this day, here's what happened on this day, and here's what happened on this day. Does it make sense? So, if you want to join, I'll leave a link in below and you can start receiving my personal trades. Also, we did posted screenshots of our Forex copier, which banged out some very good trades. And so we're already in profit on that. Okay, you guys. So again, you can see this is a real trade. It's still running right in front of your eyes. Now I'm up 710, 715, 745. Here's this other trade, 272. So if you have a small account, my team is up 272. So this is my private Telegram group where I send out the trades when I take it. Okay, you guys? All right, peace and hair grease, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of detail and understanding of what I'm looking at and how I'm looking at the markets and stuff like that. If you decide to join the family, then okay, you'll see, oh, I get what he's doing. Also, again, not every trade is going to win, but at least you understand the psychology and the trading philosophy behind the trades that I'm actually taking as I'm taking them and sending them out to you. So you'll say, oh, man, that's pretty good. That boy's pretty good. All right. All right. Peace and air, Grease family.